To 108 Gate, where we are doing a Gemini February 2024 reading. I hope you're well. We are going to be doing 3 of these, then the reading, and then 3 of these, which are the heart chakra tuning fork. For personal readings is 108gate@gmail.com. There will be more guided meditations and more actual meditations, short meditations, longer meditations going up in their particular playlists soon. It's in the process, so join me for that. If you haven't already, subscribe. It's free to subscribe, so subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified of all the readings. And I do daily divine masculine, divine feminine readings for you to better empower yourself and integrate a lot of the stuff that we are working on currently. So without further ado, let's go. If you don't want to hear the tuning fork, you can mute, and then when I go to the card, you'll know that I've started the reading. So for those of you who do enjoy the tuning forks, here we go. So here we go, Gemini, February 2024. It feels, initially, I don't know where it's going, but it feels as though there's a bit of energy of being stuck. I don't know if it's stuck in a rut, stuck in a situation, stuck in a relationship, stuck in a job. And it does feel like you're just kind of going round in a circle. The circle, I think you're partially aware of the circle that you're going around in, but you're not identifying the correct aspect of the circle. And that's partly why you're being stuck or kept stuck in it. It may be that you're looking to someone else for the reason that you're stuck, or you're looking to a different reason why you're stuck. You're not willing to look at what's actually needing to be looked at. So the protection, you are protecting something, and in that protection is kind of like I said, you're going round. But what is it that's in the middle of that circle? What is it that's what is it that you're circling? All right, let's go into this a bit deeper, because it's a bit elusive at the moment. True feelings. Right, you're protecting your true feelings. You're protecting how you really feel about stuff. So it's not necessarily that they're protected as in like you're free to do what you want. You're being protective over how you're really feeling. There's something that you're not revealing. There's something that you're not disclosing because you're trying to protect something. So I'm feeling or sensing a bit of an ulterior motive here. It may be that you're not being completely upfront with what you're feeling. There may be some creative suggestions, shall we say, to someone else. It may be in a job. You're kind of not being kind of fully upfront about some details about this. Wow, okay. It may be that it's just too overwhelming. Let's just get a bit more around this, because there is a lot that's going on around here. So there's something that you are investing your time and energy and possibly significant resources in, and the outcome of it is it's not the way you expect it to be, or it's not the way you wanted it to be or anticipated it to be. The thing is, you're going around in circles because you're feeling like you can't jeopardize something. So you're protecting how you're really feeling about something. Your investment of time, energy and effort is becoming more and more stressful, more and more filled with anguish and anxiety, because you're not being truthful about your feelings. So if you're having to lie about it, it's like one lie piled upon another lie, and then placing another lie, covering another lie, covering another lie. It's kind of you lying to yourself on some level. That means you've led to yourself into lying to others, possibly. It could be the other way around. I'm not sure, but this is like you're not telling yourself the truth about things. So it's like you're suppressing this anxiety, suppressing the energies around this. Therefore, you're not able to have a proper solution to it. You're not able to have a master plan. You're not able to have a plan develop around this because you're not willing to communicate about things. And the pain about this is that if you were simply able to communicate truthfully about things, you would have quite a significant different outcome. Going from that to that, there's something you might be scared to commit to as well, and you're using excuses of, well, I've got to do this first, I've got to do that first, when the clarity is you can do the two together. Are you separating home life and work life? Are you actually doing the opposite of putting them together too much, so that you haven't got a healthy boundary between work life and home life? Is it that you're taking on too much, one or the other, or both, and they're kind of like they're bleeding into each other, so they're not kind of the Queen of Pentacles is looking at that coin, but it's kind of something else is being carried away at the same time. So you kind of you have a lot there. You could be benefiting in both areas, but because you're not having the appropriate boundaries or things in place, you're kind of, both of them feel like they're bleeding. I said that before, I'm saying it again. It's like it's there's a proper word for it, well, to express what's actually happening, but right now it's like it's bleeding, emotionally bleeding. It's like a leak. What's the word? And it will come to me if it needs to come. So there's something nostalgic, there's something that you've given up, there's something in the past that you're remembering. And again, I think this came up in your past reading. I don't know, Gemini. It feels like it's reminiscent of something, which is interesting for the Six of Cups. So there's something that you're reminiscent of, there's something that you're missing, there's something that you didn't do correct by someone, or you didn't allow them to kind of be themselves, or allow them to reveal the truth about who they are. And now you're missing them. You're missing what you had. You're missing how they were. You're missing the fact that, and you're missing the point that you were responsible at some point. So you're just kind of keeping yourself in this dancing circle of denial on some level. If you just stop for a moment and actually take stock of what was your part in this, what was your part in creating this situation, what was your part in creating something that's not so great, then you're going to bring in more strength for yourself. This may not be rectified, this may not be available for you to reclaim, or for you to reassure yourself that everything's going to be okay, because it's not. The thing is, whatever it is that's over here, it might have already gone. Because when you got the Ten of Cups here, and it's like the communication is going in that direction. There's no longer that. It's the Knight of Coins. Sorry, is facing away from this. It's facing away from the Ten of Cups, and the communication is kind of falling on deaf ears. It's kind of just I want this, I want this, I want this, I want us to be good again, I want that, I want that. But it's not actually being received because it's actually gone. So your strength in this situation, in this scenario, is accepting there's some things that are being created that just can't be brought back again. They can't be brought back to life. They can't be brought back to back into play. It's about moving on from here and making sure you're focusing now on these things. So you've either got to focus on one or the other. Or if you need both there, which normally we do, we need that harmony. You need to have healthy boundaries. And I don't think it's necessarily that... I think you've kind of gone a bit roughshod over someone else's boundaries. Even if someone's put boundaries up, like this is what this is feeling like. No, 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 it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. You're saying this, but you know actually that there's no point even paying attention to it anymore. There's no point in putting the energy into it anymore, because it's pretty much gone. There's nothing going to be developing over here. So you need to reframe. You need to look at the pentacle you've still got. Let go of that stuff that you're holding on to that's creating so much stress and worry. There's just anguish. There's absolute emotional anguish over this. But the thing is, you're not being truthful to yourself about it. So focus now on what have you got now. Bringing your strength into it and finding a way of making sure that you are actually having healthy boundaries between yourself and others. And if someone else has a boundary, making sure that you're respecting those boundaries, because otherwise there's going to be another Eight of Cups scenario. This definitely feels like this has walked away. This Ten of Cups, the communicating is just literally like, I'm not even listening. I'm not going to be a part of this anymore. You don't respect my boundaries. My boundaries are there. You kind of just ignore them. Something has left. This just feels like it's fading more and more into the background. It doesn't mean you can't have it. It's a matter of now understanding, have healthy boundaries. Other people have boundaries. When those boundaries are being told to me, I should respect them. How should I respect them? How can I respect them? Some boundaries have been crossed too many times in too many ways, and they're broken. So letting go of those, which is not going to be easy. Interesting. Of all the cards to repeat, King of Swords. So when you're looking back on these scenarios and looking back at these things that have been happening, you're going to be able to see where you haven't been as truthful to yourself as you think you have. So you're being protective over yourself. You don't want to feel hurt. You don't want to feel pain. You don't want to feel this. You don't want to feel that. So you've been ignoring your true feelings. Let's get a card for the true feelings. There. When you start admitting to yourself how you truly felt about things, how you truly approach things, how you genuinely, sincerely, how the reality of it all played out, you're going to see that you're going to need to rest. You're going to need to take that time to just stop and acknowledge what's happened, instead of trying to just bat it away, instead of just trying to sugarcoat things and make it look presentable in a way that's not really actually worth anything. It's going to be quite a substantial trip into the pain of it. I think the biggest pain here, Gemini, is admitting to yourself how much you actually caused. You might need to actually have like some time to look at how much of this problem, how much of this scenario you've actually caused. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be worth your while. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be worth your while. You're going to feel a bit battered and bruised. You're going to feel a bit like, I actually had this opportunity to be sound, collaborating. I know it's 2 cups. I had this, but I didn't respect it. I had it and I didn't look after it. I didn't take care of it. I didn't respect the boundaries that were there. I didn't even see any boundaries. I need to make sure that I'm respecting other people, because other people are feeling bruised and battered from not respecting them. Others are actually wounded from my behaviour, from the way I've done certain things. It's coming in very strong in this way. So please remember, I'm just reading the cards and the energy and the message. Strength with strength. Got to really go in here. Really got to go in here and tell yourself the truth. King of Cups. Bringing in that compassionate. So here, this actually feels like there could be someone who's willing, who was willing or is willing to tell you the truth about yourself. Who's like, it feels as though if you actually were to just silence yourself a moment and to really look at the scenarios and situations you've got yourself into, it could be like there could have been a few comments from a someone from a masculine, an older masculine. It does feel like that came in, and they were saying certain things to you, and you're just like, no, what do you know? I can do it my way, and I'll do it as much as I want to. There's going to be no reprimanding of me. There's going to be no repercussions from this. There's going to be, I'm going to be fine. I know what I'm doing. Now you're seeing there's going to be certain words that come in that you're going to understand that this can't be solved, this can't be resolved, this can't be fixed the way it was, because I've just pushed it that way a little bit, maybe a lot for some of you. I've just pushed it too far now, so I don't really know how to come back from it. The thing is, what's coming in here is not about how do you come back from it, it's about how do you shift and change things now, so you don't create the same scenario of hurting others, you don't create the same scenario of pushing boundaries, pushing others to the point that there's no return. You've got 4 of cups, 4 of coins. Look at those 4 of coins, interested in those 4 of coins, show interest in those 4 of coins, nurture those 4 of coins, and let them grow. Let them inform you of how to do this. Some of you are not going to be willing to do this. Some of you are just not even wanting to listen to this reading. I'm sure we've had this vibe and this discussion before, Gemini. This is reading isn't for me. I didn't do anything wrong. It was all him. It was all her. It was all them. It was all whatever it was. Like, there's just no accountability. So for those of you willing to take the accountability, you've got somewhere to move forward to. It's not going to be an easy ride. Those of you who are not wanting to understand or hear the truth of it, that's okay too. Bring some love in. You just need loads of love. It's like we need to sprinkle lots of love all over this, because there's no other choice. You've got to go in with compassion. You've got to go in understanding that people have feelings and emotions. You've got to have understanding that other people have values, other people have a way of looking at things, other people have different perspectives to yourself. It doesn't mean they're wrong, it doesn't mean you're wrong, it's just different. But trying to cajole people, trying to force people into doing what you want them to do because you want it done a particular way, it's not going to work. Right, so we're going to do 3 of these and then wrap this up, to wrap this up. Here we go. 3 heart chakra, tuning 4 chimes. So for now, peace and love.